Gemara in Shabbos, Daf Ayin Hey, brings down a brisa. Hatzad chilazoin. How many isurim you're going to be over? The Gemara says you're chayiv for tzeidah. Rabbi Yehuda says you're chayiv for dosh. And the Gemara has a kasha. V'lechayiv nami mishum netilas neshama. Gemara should be chayiv also when you take out the dam of the chilazon, so you're really killing it. So you should be chayiv for netilas neshama. One of the lamitas malachas is shaykhet netilas neshama. Chayiv for neitel the neshama of the chilazon. Omer Rabbi Yochanan says shepatzu meis. Enochanami. The Bryce is speaking about when you took out the dam. You took out the dam when it was already dead. The chilazon. There's no issue for netilas neshama, but enochanami. If you take it out when it's alive, there would be an issue also for netilas neshama. Rav Omar. Even if you take it when it's alive and you take out its dam and you're killing it, still you're not going to be chayiv for netilas neshama. Gemara says misasiku etzel netilas neshama. Gemara says because he has no kavanah whatsoever to kill it. He doesn't want to kill it. He wants to take out the blood, but he's not interested in taking away its neshama, and therefore it's considered like a davar she'eino miskaven. Davar she'eino miskaven is mutter. Kipaskin. Correct the Gemara. Va'abaye v'ravad ami tarvayu moider Rav Shimon b'ksikreisha v'layamos. We have a klal, even though Rav Shimon holds that davar she'eino miskaven is mutter, but it's only if it's not a psikreisha, if it's not for sure going to happen. But something that you take a psikreisha v'layamos, you can mamish. This is a literal case of psikreisha v'layamos. You take a chicken, you cut its head off, and you say, I wasn't miskaven to kill it, I just need the head. That's called the miskaven. Agaponim, the Gemara says, Shani hocha. The karma the islay neshama kei nichale kehecha the litzel tzivei. The Gemara says over here, not only are you not having kavanah to kill it, you have no intention to kill it. If you just wouldn't care about the killing, you attack the bichayiv because it's automatically going to happen. That's nichal in your kavanah or in your ma'isa. But over here you have farkeret. You want to try to keep it alive the latest possible. You don't want to kill it. And the reason is the Gemara says, Kehecha de litzel tzivei, because when the dam of the chilazon comes out, when it's alive still, the dye is a lot clearer and it goes onto the beged a lot easier and it's a lot clearer and better dye. And so therefore, not only is his stam, he doesn't care about killing it, farkeret, he doesn't want it to kill it. It's like a psikreisha delay nichole. He doesn't want it to happen. And either the aruch or other, however you can explain over here, since you lehed, you want it to stay alive, so over there you don't say psikreisha delay nichole is aser. So those who support the Murics, they say that this is a shtickle raya to their chilazon. And the reason is because all the scientists, everybody who ever dealt with the Murics for the last 30 years, till Bereisham, they produce most of the dye. They say that if as soon as 2 hours after a chilazon dies, the dam, the tzeva, doesn't come out the same anymore. For 2 hours, maybe, yeah, but after 2 hours, as soon as it dies, it already loses its like the Gemara says, it's kecha the leitel tzivei. The tzeva doesn't produce such a good dye within 2 hours. So they say, mamish, that's what the Gemara says, that if you're not going to have kavanah to take it out when it's alive and try to take out the dam, the dam is not going to be the same. And not only that, they have a very stark raya, because Pliny and Aristotle in their writings, when they write about the Murics, they say kimat exactly Chazal. They say that it's when you take out the dam from the Murics, you have to take it out when it's alive, because it has to be extracted when it's alive. So they say, no, you see, mamish similar to Chazal. Chazal say it has to be taken out when it's alive, and it's better when it's alive. And these ancient writings say that by the Murics, you have to take it out when it's alive. So therefore, That means that the murex l'chayre is the chilazim, and so the mele, when you take it out, you need to take it out immediately when it's still alive. Kevet the leitel tzivei, and therefore you're not chayiv for netilas neshama. Now, the problem is that this hardly emphasizes up the Gemara's problem. The Gemara says that if a person wouldn't care if the animal dies, if the chilazim dies, he wouldn't care really, then you'd be chayiv for netilas neshama. And the Brisa says that you're not chayiv alav the isur deiraisa, malacha deiraisa of netilas neshama, because you bedafka want it to be alive. That means that you see in Chazal you're talking about mamish seconds, not 2 hours. That means when a person takes out the dam, he immediately wants it to be alive as he's taking out the dam. If it would take 2 hours until it loses its power of dye, then a person wouldn't care so much. What would a person care about? Let him kill it, and then he'll take it out immediately. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour later, an hour later. He doesn't care that it should be immediate. As he's taking it out, he wants it to be alive. Avadinat, avadin halacha, there would be no shaila that if a person doesn't care if it dies, as long as within 2 hours he's able to extract the dye, so then avada he would be chayiv for netilas neshama. And Chazal say not like that. Chazal say that he's not chayiv for the malacha of netilas neshama because he wants it to stay alive as he's taking out the dam. That means in Chazal's eyes, you're talking about seconds. As soon as seconds after it dies, it already loses its potency of the litzel zoma. And they say that it could go a half hour for sure, and Till says it goes up, I saw brought down, they say that it goes up till 2 hours later, it's just the same as it was when you take it out if it would have been alive. So, if anything, it's farkert, you see from here. You see from here that it has to be, a chilazon has to be something which you immediately want to take out when it's alive. I'll give you a mashal. The Radziner, they say that the Radziner himself says, he says that the moment, if you were able to get out the dam, the chayav, then its mamish so clear. The dam is very, very clear. As soon as it dies, its own blood mixes with this other dye blood that's also like a mifkid parkid, we'll see, the cuttlefish, and it mixes together immediately. If you don't take it out when it's alive, immediately it ruins the blood and it doesn't come out the same. You still die with it, but it doesn't come out the same. But the murex can go until 2 hours later. So why would the Chazal say that you're not chayiv? You're not going to be chayiv misa for netilas neshama because your kavanah is to keep it alive. But that's you want it alive. You don't want it alive. You don't care for it to be alive as long as you do it within 2 hours later. And as far as the raya that they bring from Pliny, who says Take also that you have to take it out when it's alive. So they say mamish like Chazal, they have to take it out when it's alive. If you read the next half of the sentence, which they don't bring down, the next half of the sentence is, and he brings down, please, he says, you have to take it out when it's alive, and the reason is, he says, because the murex, this is the translation, discharges its dye upon death. That means as soon as the murex dies, it sends out its blood. Nothing to do with the fact that the quality of the dam, the quality of the dye becomes shvachim, which is what Chazal say. Chazal say, the litzel tzivei means that it's going to be there, the dam, the tzeva is going to be there, but it's not going to be as high quality, the dyeing process. And the Pliny brings down that the reason is because it shoots it out. And today, scientists, they say that you see that in the murex, they say understand it seems in Pliny, not that it's going to discharge it out, but what happens is, in the murex, some part of the dam discharges back into its body, so you don't get so much out of it, and every single drop, like we said, is so precious. Pliny says you got to do it when it's alive, or else it's going to lose it. That this raya is not only is it not a raya, but if anything, it's shikul much over here that it can't be the murex, which keeps its dam, the dye, the quality of the dye al kapanim stays for up to 2 hours afterwards. Today they say, when they brought this kasha, so they say the Bnei Torah ones, they say, I don't know what they mean by that, they just said it's false, it's not true. What's false, what's not true? He says it's not true what they say. The Mumchim Agam, they deal with it. And for the last 30 years have been saying that it's up to 2 hours it stays the same quality. He says it's not true. As soon as it comes out, Yitaka loses its Kecheles. But it seems that that's not the fact, according to all the people that deal with it for the last number of years.